Good morning students. Today I will be discussing the properties of true solution, suspension and colloid. Now I have 3 glasses of water before you and one by one I will be adding some solute to all the 3 glasses. To the first glass I add some amount of salt and I try to dissolve it. To the second glass of water, I am adding some milk. And to the third glass of water, I am adding some sand particles. Okay, now in the first glass, what I can observe is that the particles of salt, they evenly spread throughout water and the solution, the resulting solution is transparent. It is clear. Such a solution is called as a true solution. In the second container, what I see is that the particles of milk, they again evenly spread throughout water, but this time the solution is not clear, it is rather cloudy. Such kind of a solution is called as a colloidal solution, or we can also call it as a colloid. Now in the third container, what I notice is that the particles of sand, they are suspended throughout the bulk of the solution. Such a thing is called as a suspension. Now let us come back to the first container. In the first container, why the particles of salt are not visible to me after it got dissolved? The particles of salt, the particles of solute, they are not visible to me because they are so tiny that they cannot be seen by the naked eye. So what do we see? That a true solution particles, they cannot be seen with naked eye. While in case of the solution of milk, I cannot individually see the particles of milk. However, the total appearance is cloudy. So the size of particles of a colloid is larger than that of the particles of a true solution. While in case of a suspension, I can clearly see the suspended particles in this particular container. So we will say that the size of particles of a suspension are the largest. The size is the largest in case of suspension. Now if I leave these 3 containers undisturbed for some time, what I will notice is that the solute particles in this container, in case of true solution, will not settle down. Similarly, in case of milk also, what we observe is that if we keep it undisturbed for some time, the particles do not settle at the bottom of the container. While in case of sand, as you can see, some of the particles have already settled down at the bottom of the container. So we say that a true solution and a colloidal solution, both of them are stable solutions, while a suspension is unstable. So students, so far we have studied some of the properties of a true solution, a colloidal solution and a suspension. Now let us study one more property, which is Tyndall effect. Now what is Tyndall effect? Tyndall effect is defined as the scattering of beam of light by the particles. Now Tyndall effect is seen only in those cases where the size of particles is large enough to scatter the beam of light. So let us one by one see whether Tyndall effect takes place in these 3 cases or not. first observe Tyndall effect in a colloidal solution. Now this is your colloidal solution. I am going to put some light on this solution and you will see that the path of light becomes visible in this solution. Can you see the path of light becoming visible? This is what Tyndall effect is. Why Tyndall effect is observed in a colloid? Because the particles of a colloid are large enough to scatter the beam of light. Observe Tyndall effect in a suspension. Now as I put some light, can you see the path of light becoming visible? So we see that Tyndall effect is observed in a suspension also. Why it is observed in a suspension also? Because the particles of suspension are big enough to scatter the beam of light. Let us see whether we can observe Tyndall effect in case of a true solution or not. Now in case of a true solution, we cannot see the path of light visible to us. We cannot see the path of light visible to us. So Tyndall effect does not take place in a true solution. Why? Because the particles of a true solution, they are so tiny that they do not scatter the beam of light passing through it. So we have just seen the properties of a true solution, a colloidal solution and a suspension. Let us revise them once more. Let us talk about the size first. We have seen that the true solution particles are very small in size. They cannot be seen with the naked eye. The size is less than 1 nanometer. While the suspension particles are large in size and they can be seen with the naked eye, the size is more than 100 nanometer, while that of colloid lies between 1 to 100 nanometer. The appearance we saw, for the true solution it was clear and transparent, while for colloid and suspension it was cloudy. They had a cloudy appearance. Stability. What we observed was that the true solution particles, when left undisturbed, they do not settle down, and same was the case for colloid. So both true solution and colloid are considered to be stable solutions, while in case of suspension, when it is left undisturbed, the particles settle down at the bottom of the container. Hence it is called as unstable. And at that point, when the particles settle down at the bottom of the container, we say that a suspension breaks down. Tyndall effect, we have seen that Tyndall effect was shown by colloid and suspension because of large size of particles, while in case of true solution it was not shown because the size of particles was very small.